Hello everyone, I hope everyone is doing good. In this video lecture, we will discuss about Python conditionals and control flow of a program in Python. Control flow describes which section of code will be evaluated. So in Python, there are three types of Python conditionals: if, elif, and else. Elif is nothing but it's a else if. Elif is the short form of else if, and we will use else if conditional fails and we want to check another condition with elif. Else is used if all the condition are fails, then we will evaluate this one. We will thoroughly see all of these Python conditionals, and now we will check about why we are discussing about Python conditionals, because control flow depends mostly on Python conditionals, loops and functions, which describes which section of which branch of code will be executed. So first we will discuss about Python conditionals. In coming lectures we will see about loops and functions. Okay, first we will see Python conditional statement if. So if, then we have to use any expression here. Python follows indentation method. See, if any expression, I am just writing here, is not the complete code. Pattern will be like this. So see here, Python follows indentation method. After this colon, if you want to write any statements, they should follow same indentation. Here I am using 4 spaces for every statement. All these statements will be executed like one block of code. Statement 1, statement 2. This all will be executed if this if expression here returns true. Then if this expression succeeds, then the statements which are under this block will be executed. Here in other programming languages, you no need to use flower brackets for a block. Just you have to use colon, then you have to follow strict indentation method. Python itself is follows indentation method, so you have to follow everywhere. If you give any extra space here like this, it will show you compilation error. So you have to follow indentation like 4 spaces or 8 spaces. Here I am following 4 spaces. So when these statements will be executed, if and only if this expression returns true. So if it returns false, then you have to use elif, not else. Else, if you want to check any other expression statement 3, statement 4. This is the pattern if you want to use if and elif. Now what are these expressions? These expressions are this expression should return either true or false. So these expressions are Boolean expressions. Now we will see what are Boolean expression. In our last lecture I have already told about logical operators and or not. These operators also returns finally Boolean value. So any expressions includes and or not will also be treated as Boolean expressions. And comparison operators like less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to check if it is both are equal or not equal to. This all 6 are comparison operators. So if you want to check two numbers, if it is less than or greater than with other number, you can use these comparison operators. And if you want to check if both numbers are equal, then you have to use this equal operator. This is not equal operator. So we will see each and everything with some examples. So first I have already told you this expression should return true, then only the statements will be executed. So first we will modify this. So if you want to execute this statement 1 and statement 2, then here it should return true. It should be capital T here because Python is a case sensitive. If you use small t, it won't be it will raise an error. So here it is a capital T. This is a Boolean value. Now this condition is true, then it will be executed. Else now we will print this. Print statement 1, print statement 2. Print statement 3, print statement 4. So these are the 4 statements. If I want to execute these two statements, this expression should return true. So I am giving true here. So we will run this program once and we will see. Okay, let's run this program once and we will change again. Statement 1 and statement 2 are executed because see, now you have to remember one condition here. If succeeds, then it won't evaluate elif with another function, with another expression. So if and only if this expression fails here, if it returns false, then only it will evaluate it will evaluate another expression, that is another condition here. So it is else if, that means if it is else, if it fails, then it will check this condition again. So instead of returning true or directly here, we will go with some Boolean expressions. First we will see, take some one variable a equal to 5 and b equal to 6. These two are variables which was some integer. Now we will check this one. If a greater than b, then this will return true. If 5 is not greater than 6, if it is, so it will return false. So these two statements won't be executed now. Now it will evaluate this expression. If we give some another expression like if a less than b, so 5 is less than 6, it is true. So these two statements will be executed here. Statement 3 and statement 4 executed. So this is how it works. Now you can also use just now I used greater than and less than comparison operators. We can use all these things. You can also like elif, if it is a equal to b, then it will print statement 4. So here 5 not equal to 6, so this expression also fails. Now if all the expression fails, finally you have to use else. Else means if all this condition fails, then only it will evaluate the statements which are under the else block. So finally it will print else is working. Now we can use statement 5. So statement 5 is executed because this both if and elif expressions fails here, both are returning false. So finally if everything is false, it will execute else block. Now one thing you have to remember here, here you can use many variables here, like if a greater than or equal to b, you can use all these comparison operators because I think you know all these things. Suppose if you can also compare strings also, a equal to cat and b equal to cat. Now what is now what is the output of this code? Here a string comparison will also be there. Here both are equal, and I am using here a equal also, a greater than or equal to b. Now a equal to b is also there here, so you should print statement and statement 2. Here this condition is also true, a equal to b, but this condition is already evaluated, so it doesn't evaluate, no need to evaluate elif condition here. So this output of this one will be statement 1 and statement 2. See, now if you want to add one more, that is one more condition, but it also need to be evaluated. Here only this thing is this if is evaluated and elif is not evaluated. So if you want to evaluate one more expression, again we have to use if print statement 6. See, if conditional statements in Python can be followed by many if conditional statements or many elif conditional statements, but elif conditional statements should always precede if, otherwise it won't be working. I will show you with example. Now if statement is followed with one more if statement, so now see the output of this program. It should print statement 1, statement 2 and statement 6, because I am checking here again one more condition. It is true, but again it is coming to here if only, not elif. Elif means else if, that means above condition false. Here see, if here we can use like this. Okay, now can you guess the output of this program? Please think once. Here elif should precede if, but it will take only the recent elif, just nearer elif if statement. It will check only if this elif here has near if statement is this block, this if statement, not this if conditional statement. So it will check only if this above if statement is false, then it will be evaluated. Here this condition is true, but this condition is false, then it will also be executed here, because above if statement for this elif block is false. So it will check this expression again, and a equal to b, so it works here. Then it can print statement 3 and statement 4 also. So output of this one will be statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 and statement 4. Just remember these things. See, if you have any doubts, please post your comments in comment box, drop your messages there. I will clarify your doubts. Now we have discussed all these things, and I already mentioned you elif should always precede with if. Now if you remove these blocks and if you run this, it will raise it should raise error, because there is no if. Without if, oh sorry, I have closed that program. Oh, now but if we use if statement, if a not equal to b, and there is no rule that we should use elif and else. Either we can use all these things or not, but else should be preceded by either if or elif. See, now even if I remove this, even if I remove this elif, there is no problem, but because it should be preceded by either if or elif. So it is preceded by if, so this program will work. So it's printing statement 5. So these are the, I think you got some clarity about these operators. You can use here many operators. I am just using only these comparison operators. You can mix these expressions, like you can mix both conditional and logical operators also. There is no problem here. We can take like 5d equal to 6, d equal to 0 something, and you can again use here like I am mixing all the operators here, both logical and comparison operators. So what will happen here is, and I am using not d. So what will the output of this expression? First it will check a equal to b. This is true. So and will return true if and only if both these operands should return true. Both these should be true, which is expression on the left side and expression on the right side. Here not d will return d0, so not d 0 indicates false value, so not d will return true value. So this true and true will return true. So statement 1 is executed as this condition is true. You can also use here I can or a and a. We can again use chaining of these all the operators, but output of this expression should be always either true or false. Here all expression is there, you have to evaluate like that. All expression should return either true or false, so everything will work here. And if you have any doubts on this tutorial, please let me know by your comments. If you like this video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching this video. See you again.